Well, it's that time of the year again. Medicare open enrollment, technically called AEP, which is annual enrollment period. So to find out if you're eligible, what you need to do, we always bring in the expert, Gary Smith, the Gary Smith Agency. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good to see you as always.
And thank you for having me.
Well, definitely, and it is that time of the year.
It is. It's the end of the year open enrollment. It seems like it was just here last year, January, and now we're getting ready here for enrollment again and Christmas. So yeah, time has flown in 2020.
So how do people know if, will they get a letter in the mail or is that change of birth dates kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, this time of year, if most of the seniors are being flooded with mail. I mean, it's unbelievable amount of mail you get. The commercials, we've all seen the Joe Namath commercial, right?
Oh yeah.
Medicare benefits that you deserve, please call to find out. So that, there's just a lot of, as I tell people, pay attention to what's going on, even if you don't know the actual dates, because that's your time to make changes to your Medicare plan. And the key there is it's time for your drug plan and or your doctor hospital Medicare Advantage plan. And that's the critical factor, that if they don't make their change and January 1 rolls around, a lot of times you have missed the enrollment period.
And you can't go after that. You can't go back and say, "Oh, I forgot."
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they even picked December 7th because of our senior population would recognize that as Pearl Harbor Day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was the original reason why they picked
a day to remember.
A date that they can remember.
Yes.
And so I tell everybody, we're really stressed. Don't overlook, anything that you need to do during this time frame, because come December 8th, you're done. You're locked in, and it's hard to change at that point.
Now, is there a particular age where that you need to start being concerned about what you need to register for?
Yeah, well, this time frame, this is for people who.
And I asked about that because we talk a lot about this a lot. I just turned 64, so I know I'm getting there.
And that's a good question. It does not apply to you. It is strictly for people who are on Medicare, whether you're 65 plus or you're under 65 on disabled and on Medicare through your Medicare disability. So if you're on Medicare, this is your opportunity to run your drugs for 2021 to make sure your drugs are covered. Because just because you're on a drug plan this year and your lisinopril is covered does not mean it's going to be covered next year in 2021. I tell everybody, don't assume. You need to check. Plans change from year to year to year, just like on your doctor hospital policy that they have in the Medicare Advantage. Networks change. Doctors change. I mean, everything about those plans change. You keep that plan. It's a different plan in 2021. Copays change.
What has changed here on the coast?
And I'm glad you brought that up. Here on the coast, especially over here in the Biloxi Gulfport market, y'all been limited because of Gulfport Memorial. Everything goes around our hospitals, right? If the hospital doesn't take your insurance, then you really don't have much of an insurance policy. So here on the coast, we really had as a main network Humana, and they've been a great partner for us. And then we picked up Allwell, but Allwell wasn't really a good nationwide player. It's just more local. So this year we're picking up United Healthcare.
Oh, great!
Here in the Gulfport market, and they're going to have Gulfport Memorial. Now, people who probably remember years ago, we had Cigna here in the Biloxi Gulfport market, but then Cigna and Gulfport Memorial got into a disagreement and they parted ways. Well, how many, tens of thousands of seniors were affected by that. So, it takes competition out.
I have Cigna.
Right. So now with United Healthcare coming in, to me, it's putting more competition back in the system. And I think that's going to be a huge help for us and for the seniors. I mean, if you're tired of your plan, you will now have a good, viable nationwide option.
Now, I know they're talking about starting to shop for your plans.
Yes.
What about, their medical plans, their pharmaceutical plan or drug plans and all that. What about prices?
I'm glad you bring that up, because we just recently shot a Be Local.
Yeah.
It really made me think about this, that I want everybody to understand that no matter where you buy, you have with the internet and telephone, the world has gotten a lot smaller. So you have a lot of options. You can buy from me, you can buy from the agent across the street, agent in Mobile, an agent in Texas, via a call center. And what I want to stress to everybody, the price is the same. No
There's
matter
no
what.
difference.
It's no different. You can even go straight to United Healthcare and buy direct. The price is the same. So I really want to stress to everybody, if the price is the same, why are you buying from Texas? Why are you buying from Oklahoma?
Well, my
Why would
kids
you not
said, or
wanna
my
get-
friends told me that
That's right.
It's great, but again, the price is the same.
So wouldn't you want the best customer service?
Yeah, because
you
if I
can
have
get?
a problem, Gary, if I have a problem with my or if I have questions or something like that, or I don't really understand, I'm going to try to call somebody in Texas, hang on the phone for what, 20, 30 minutes.
Robots going to
Robots going to answer, please press 1, please press 2,
and then you get hung up on.
And then you get hung up on and all that, whereas here you are right here on the Gulf Coast.
I'm brick and mortar,
Right.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, with a staff that answers the phone.
And a great staff, because I've been over there
Right.
and met them. You've got a wonderful staff of people working with you there.
Years ago, I had a young lady tell me, now, you're going to return my phone call. If not, I'm going to come hit you with my purse. I'm like, yes, ma'am, I promise you, we will return your phone call. And so I stressed to everybody, pay attention to where you buy from, because, when you're buying and you don't think anything about what are you going to need down the road, the service that's going to come with that. And I just really stress that a lot, because a lot of seniors do. We hear it all the time. I can't get in touch with my agent. I can't get in touch with the company. They won't return my phone calls, et cetera, et cetera. They come to my office, and we help them. I'm local. I'm willing to do that. So it's something I really do stress a lot.
Well, we've got about just over a minute left. So if you would run down again the things that people need to be considering and need to consider right now.
So again, starting October 15th and it ends December 7th, this is everyone's time frame to check their Medicare Advantage plan and check their drug plan. You want to make sure your drugs are covered going into next year, make sure your doctors and hospitals are covered into next year. And this does not apply to a Medicare supplement. Everybody thinks this is the only time to change a supplement. It really does not apply to that, but you can. The supplement's kind of a year-round thing. So the critical part here is what I stress is the drugs.
Okay. All right. And because I guess that there's different plans and different levels of plans as far as what is going to be covered.
This year it could be a tier 1. Next year it could be a tier 3. That's the difference of $50 a month.
Okay. And if they're not sure which tier they need to fall in, that's why they need to call you.
That's why they need
and
to
don't
call
call
me.
somebody in Texas and
Exactly. Thank you.
and hang on the phone for a while. Of course, the Gary Smith Agency. You see the phone number on the bottom of the screen. The website as well. If you wants to find out some more information on that, write out some more questions and everything about that. So this is the time of the year if you're in that age group to get taken care of. Gary, always
As
a pleasure,
always,
my friend.
thank
Good
you
to
for
see
having me.
Anyway, Gary Smith Agency. If you need to get some new plans, give them a call. They can help you out.